Hey, hello students. So in this session, we will dive into Unit 2 of Block 2 from MEG-14 titled Samskara, the Narrative. This unit is based on the powerful Kannada novel Samskara written by Ananthamurthy and translated into English by A.K. Ramanujan. The word Samskara means rites, rituals and purification. But it also refers to internal transformation or mental conditioning to Indian philosophy. Let's discuss about the author Ananthamurthy. Ananthamurthy was a major voice in Indian regional literature, especially in Kannada. He belonged to the Navya movement which brought modernist theme. Ananthamurthy was a major voice in Indian regional literature, especially in Kannada. He belonged to the Navya movement which brought modernist themes into Indian writing. Samskara was first major novel published in 1965 and is still celebrated for its bold criticism of religious hypocrisy. Now let's discuss what is Samskara about. The novel is set in a small Brahmin village in Karnataka. The story begins with the death of Narappa, a Brahmin who had rejected traditional rituals and lived a sinful life. After his death, the other Brahmins are confused and scared should they perform his funeral rites or not. The focus is on Pranashcharya, a highly respected scholar who is asked to make the decision. Through this setup, Ananthamurthy questions what defines morality, who decides what is pure or impure. Can tradition adapt the modern reality? Now let's discuss the narrative structure of Samskara. The unit deeply explored how the story is told. Let's break it down. Number 1. Linear layered plot. The story flows mostly in a straight line from Narappa's death to Pranashcharya's personal journey. However, the narrative is layered with introspective thoughts, moral conflict and flashbacks. It's not just what happens, but what it means that drives the narrative. Number 2. Focus on internal conflict. Unlike traditional epics, Samskara focuses on the inner turmoil a single character, Pranashcharya. He faces spiritual crisis as the most pure Brahmin. He is unable to decide whether to perform the last rites for someone who rejected religion. This creates tension between religious duties and personal doubt between rituals and real humanity. Number 3. Stream of consequences style. Ananthamurthy uses a psychological narrative technique called stream of consequences. We get access to Pranashcharya thought in real time as he debates, hesitates and questioning everything he believed in. For example, when Pranashcharya wanders into the forest after making an unexpected choice, we follow his mind as he reflects, regrets and redefines his identity. Symbolism and metaphors in the narrative. Samskara is full of symbolic storytelling. Let's look at some important symbols. Narappa's dead body. The uncremated body becomes a symbol of moral paralysis. No one wants to touch it. It forces the village to confront its belief and hypocrisy. The forest. When Pranashcharya leaves the village and enters the forest, it represents a journey into the depth of his own mind. He begins to question his life, his values, and his identity. Rituals versus real ethics. The novel constantly contrasts ritual purity with real human compassion. It asks what's more important, following rituals or doing what's right. Now let's discuss the themes of the narrative. Let's break down the key themes in simple terms. Number 1. Caste and hypocrisy. The novel shows how Brahmins clinch and purity but fail to deal with real life situations. They won't cremate Narappa, but they are secretly just like him in their own flaws. Number 2. Crisis of faith. Pranashcharya goes through a spiritual breakdown. He had spent his life following rules, but one emotional mistake shatters his identity. Number 3. Transformation and self-discovery. Samskara is not just about funeral rite, it's about internal transformation. Pranashcharya ends the novel uncertain but honest, no longer hiding behind rituals. Number 4. Clash between tradition and modernity. The novel reflects Indian transitions. Old beliefs are breaking down, but new values are not yet clear. It shows the confusion of a society in change. Narrative voice and tone. The narration is third person, but it often enters into the minds of characters, especially Pranashcharya. The tone is serious, questioning and philosophical, not dramatic or entertaining, but deeply reflective. In the conclusion, why this narrative is powerful. Samskara is not a story full of events, it's a story full of meaning. The narrative forces us to look at ourselves, our society, our beliefs. It's a bold novel that challenges blind faith and invites real moral questioning. It asks, can rituals alone make us good people, or must we look within? Here are some tips for MEG-14 students. You have to focus on Pranashcharya inner conflict. It's central to both the story and the narrative style. Understand the symbols like the dead body, the forest, and the rituals. Use terms like streams of consequences, narrative structure, and moral ambiguity in your exams. So that's it from this video. We will cover this Samskara, the narrative. If you want a more detailed video about Samskara, then let me know in the comments below and I'll create that video very soon. Bye bye, Jai Hind.